Hey, beautiful beings. Lindsay Banks here, channeler and intuitive. I wanted to share a couple of things with you in this video today. So the first is a bit of an update. I've had lots of people messaging me following the interview that I did with Stephen Strong around the 21st of December prophecy. So I just wanted to give you a bit of an update on that. I have a channeling to share around this coming new year and what to expect in 2021. And the other thing was, there was a third thing, I can't remember what it is now. I've decided to wear this jumper today, right? So can you say it? It says, express your elf. I keep singing that, right? But as part of the winter solstice, Rachel Maria Bell, who's an astrologer, just gave me a really brief reading of my chart, and she said part of it is to do with communication. So I'm very much at the minute conscious about how I express my elf. Anyway, so the winter solstice, December the 21st. So for those of you who have watched the interview that I did with Stephen Strong, you will know that there was a prophecy which said that if everyone meditated at a certain time, there was going to be this magic box open which would then hit all these different sacred sites, basically. In a nutshell, that's the basics from a 1-hour interview. So on December the 21st, basically there was a gathering at Uluru, and Stephen Strong in it, so he's done a full hour video, so if you do want to go and see it, you can go and watch it, but I'll just give you a run through of the basics, what he said. He basically said that Uluru was the magic box. There was no magic box underneath it, but for us as human beings to focus on a rock, it might be more difficult. So they said, or they were told that the magic box was easier for people to meditate on. So the timings were changed, and Stephen explains the reasons why that happened in his video. But for those of us who meditated on that day around that time, if you're familiar with the Schumann resonance, which measures the frequencies on the planet, and again Stephen shares this on his YouTube video and on his Facebook page, there's a massive spike between 7:30 when the meditation started and 9 o'clock. So, and it's a markable difference, you can see as well. So they've shared their pictures on the Forgotten Origins page. So thank you to everyone who meditated. Thank you to everyone who watched the video and chose to meditate or shared it with their friends and family. You know, it was a massive thing that we did. And like I said, lots of people have been asking me, going, did it work, Lindsay? Did it work? And I don't know about you guys, but I've noticed, and this again was something Stephen said, and it clicked yesterday. I was like, oh my God, on Christmas Day, when I was driving along the motorway, thankfully there were no other cars there, I got to see the sunrise, which is the first time in a while I've seen it. And the colours were just so different. I don't even know how to explain it. It's like the blue was of the lightest, brightest blue you've ever seen. And then there was oranges, there was purples, there was reds. It was just, I was literally driving along, watching the sky, watching the sunrise, going, oh my God, that's awesome, oh my God, and feeling such peace and joy and contentment. I was just like, oh my God, this is awesome. And then it's on my son's phone, I'll have to find the photo. There looked as if there was it was probably, say that long. It looked that long from the window, in the sky. And it looked as if something had just literally fallen from the middle of the sky down. You know, like when you see when a plane is taken off and it leaves a stream behind it. This was like one of those streams, but it was going downwards and just stopped. It was the strangest thing I've ever seen. So there's also, so there's the sunset. I feel as if we've been blessed with these sunsets and sunrises as like, look, what you did has helped massively. It has worked. Yeah. So for me, that feels like confirmation. And also this feeling that no matter what happens, no matter what is being said or done, we are creating our new realities now. We're creating the earth that we want to be on. So it does feel, and I think I mentioned this in one of my previous videos, but it feels like the paths have split. There's those of us who have chosen love, you know, who are choosing to live our lives free of fear, and in the way that we feel is our way. And then there's another path as well where you feel the fear, etc. So for those of you who asked, did it work? Yes, it worked. We raised the vibration, yeah, and you can see that through the Schumann resonance. And like I said, you know, I feel like we are being blessed with sunsets and sunrises. And I don't know about you guys as well, but I have noticed such strange things happening, which are even stranger than me talking to aliens. But the last 2 nights I have woken up. On Christmas Day night, I was woken up by a man next to me in spirit form or in dream form, whatever, and he was going as if he was clearing his throat, and I was like, who's that? Looked at my phone to check the time, and it said 4:44 a.m. Fell back asleep, and then this morning I woke up, checked my phone, 4:44 a.m. again. And it's these things, you know, when people say, oh, you know, I don't know, I can't see any signs, the universe isn't sending me any signs. When things happen twice like that, that's a sign, yeah? So then you go and you look up the number 444. And I think it said that obstacles were being removed from my path. So there was that happened. Then I did a meditation this morning because I was awake so early. And it was a shamanic journey. And I was greeted by a raven. Well, I called it a crow initially in my mind, and then I got told off, and it said, I'm not a crow, I'm a raven. And I was like, okay. So the raven, did my cards this morning for myself, and the first card that came out of the pack said autumn with a black raven on it. And I was like, oh wow. So then you look up the meaning of the raven, you know. And even if you think, well, this doesn't make any sense just because I've seen 2 ravens, what does that mean? Follow it up, yeah? So look, what does raven mean symbolically or spiritually? I think it's something to do with magic and transformation, which again for me fits in with everything else that is going on, yeah? Pay attention to your dreams, because we are literally receiving so much information right now, yeah? So many downloads are coming through. I've had whooshing in my ear, just stuff going on, and I'm just like, wow, yeah, something's definitely shifted. So pay attention to numbers, pay attention to meditations, pay attention to symbols, pay attention to songs that you're hearing. Just pay attention to everything at the minute, yeah? Put your phones down for half an hour and just be, yeah? Do a meditation. Whatever signs are coming through for you is because the Pleiadians upstairs, whatever you want to call them, want to help you, yeah? And they're really wanting to assist us along our path. Okay, I wasn't planning to say that, but obviously they had other plans. So yeah, so be aware of any signs around you and synchronicities, because they're important at the minute, even more important than usual. So yeah, please pay attention and take all that. So on to the channeling. Oh, the last thing before I do the channeling. So we also have this week coming up on the 30th of December. We have the full moon going into Cancer, and yeah, so the full moon in Cancer is associated with the home. So lots of us are spending more time in our houses at the minute, and I feel as if it's like, how do you make your home feel safe and secure and snug? Yeah. You know what's just come in my mind? I've just been given an image of, you know, where E.T. points to the sky and he says, E.T. go home. That's just what's come into my mind about E.T. going home. And I feel like for many there will be this real sort of like, I don't want to say returning, maybe. We're not leaving the planet, I mean, we're not going anywhere, but there's this real sense of belonging again and actually feeling as if we are home, yeah, on this planet, and now we're not strangers and we don't fit in, you know. It feels like actually this is now when we fit in, you know, the weird ones, the crazy ones, the strange ones, whatever label, you know, it's like We are who we are and we belong here. Yeah. Okay. Just ask her if there's any more and I was like, no. Okay. Okay, so the channeling that I got this morning, so it's not very long, but you know, I wanted to share this with you. And this is the first channeling as well, by the way, that I've had, where in my mind's eye, I could actually see my Pleiadian guide come and sit next to me. And normally I've seen him in here, but this time it was as if he actually came and sat down next to me on the settee when he said this. So he says, "Greetings, dear ones. We are very excited to be with you today. We understand that Christmas was a different time for many. For some, a Christmas alone, for some, a Christmas together. Yet however you spent it was right for you. The challenging times many have faced this year will have taught many lessons. Some of you may have realised you are stronger than you thought. For some, relationships have changed, either strengthened or broken down. For some, work has changed and the way you work. Leave behind the old way of doing things this year and embrace the new. We are showing you through the beautiful sunrises and sunsets that we are here. The new day is dawning. There will be more evidence of us in the coming days and weeks. We are communicating with more of you at this time, although you may not always be aware of it, through your words and through your actions. Over time, as our energies blend, we will make ourselves known to you." So I asked, what can we expect for 2021? And he went, "Oh, dear ones, have no expectations, for this brings disappointment. Instead, have focus and acceptance. Be mindful. Practice compassion and empathy for others. Live the life you were born to. Dance, sing, transform, transmute. Be. Much foundation and groundwork has been done this year in healing old wounds. Practice in love rather than fear, and you will begin to reap the rewards through manifesting and the law of attraction. Life will flow easier as you choose it to. You do not need someone to tell you how to live or what to do. You already know yourselves how to live and what to do. Heart-centered living and alignment with your soul. This is what 2021 will bring." And he left a smiley face. So I thought that was really interesting in terms of like expectations. So it is about focus and it is about accepting the things that we can't control, but being mindful, you know, if they trigger us, then there's obviously healing work to do on there, and aligning with your soul as well. I love that. So if you're watching this and if you're like, you know what it is, 2021 is my year for my spiritual transformation, I'm ready, you know, I want to let go of stuff, yeah, but I don't know where to start, then do feel free to reach out, you know, and we can book a 15-minute call. So I'm currently offering soul guidance sessions 1-to-1. My prices are going up in January, so if you book them before the end of this year, then they will stay at the price that is set. Okay, and the details will be below. I'm also focusing, I am planning next year, I'm planning one-off workshops. I'm going to be doing a twin flame workshop, I'm going to be doing a Pleiadian workshop, I'm going to be doing channeling workshops, and I've got group courses coming up. I've got so much that I really, really want to do next year, which is all offerings, which is teachings, which is doing what the Pleiadian said, which Al-Khael said, is in terms of aligning you with your soul, yeah, and your soul purpose, because that's what I really want to do next year, is to empower more people to align with their soul purpose. So if that is something you want to do, drop me an email, drop me a comment below, and I will get in touch with you and we can sort that out. Have a lovely, I think it's called Twixmas, isn't it, this bit between Christmas and New Year? Have a lovely Twixmas, and I will see you in the next video. Namaste.